What's up guys, it's Nicole, also known as Nikki Vegan, and in today's video I'm going to show you everything that I eat in a day as a vegan. This video is brought to you by Vodum Teas. They have a beautiful turmeric tea gift set that I think would make such a good stocking stuffer or gift for a tea lover in your life, or you know when you have that person who you really want to give something to, like a teacher or a neighbor or a friend that you want to give them something that they'll like and actually use, but you want it to feel a little bit more special than just a practical gift. This is the gift for them because it's a beautiful sampler of really high quality turmeric teas that are super tasty. And what I've really liked about trying it is that there's so many different kinds of turmeric tea within the sampler, and I probably wouldn't have tried some of those on my own. Like if I was just standing at the store looking at all of the names, turmeric saffron tea, for example, I don't know that I would have picked that one, but I will say that having them right there in front of you really makes you feel a little bit more adventurous and excited to try all of the teas in the set. So I really think it's a great gift. It's something practical and fun that I really think people will enjoy, or you could get it for yourself because it's the holidays and you deserve a little treat too. So I will put a link for you guys to check out this tea set in the description box below. There's also a coupon code for you there so you can save a little bit of money, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. So with all that said, let's get started. For breakfast on this day, I wanted to make something a little bit special, so I went ahead and made some peanut butter and jelly popovers. And that sounds fancy and complicated, but it is so easy. I start with some frozen raspberries, which I love because one, they're cheaper, and two, they're available all year round. And then I also took some frozen puff pastry, and this is one of those accidentally vegan ingredients, and it's something I used all the time before going vegan, and it's really nice to know that you can still have the convenience of a frozen puff pastry dough in your freezer and it's all vegan. So what I did is I cut this into squares, and then I filled the inside with a spoonful of the raspberry mixture, and I just tossed this with flour and a little bit of coconut sugar to balance out the tart flavor of the raspberries. And then I just folded them over into little triangles, and it's almost like you're making ravioli. Then I like to use a fork to seal the edges. Not only is this going to prevent the filling from spilling out while it bakes, but also it looks a little bit prettier and it makes it kind of feel fancy, even though this is so easy to do. I've made this recipe a few times since filming this video, and I found that actually instead of using coconut sugar, I really love the flavor and the texture that you get if you do a spoonful of raspberry jam. And I actually use the kind of jam that is naturally sweetened as well. So it creates more of like a jam pie-like filling, which I really like. So I will write that out in the description box below for you. And then I pop these into the oven to bake. And in the meantime, I decided to make myself a cup of tea. You guys know I'm usually a coffee lover, but I was so excited to try these teas that I made myself a really nice cup of tea this morning. And I went for the turmeric spice tea, which is kind of like a chai tea that has lots of cardamom and just cozy, wintry flavors. So I went ahead and I added about 2 ounces of that to my teapot, and here I'm just showing you the little deeds of kindness that come in the box. I'll explain that later, but it's a really nice touch that I think is really sweet. So I let that brew. At this point, my kitchen was smelling so good because of the turnovers that were baking, and the tea was brewing, and that smelled good. Everything was very, very cozy, everything you would want for a nice, chill winter morning. And I decided to add a little bit of room temperature peanut butter right on top, just as a glaze. I added a little bit of chunky sea salt on top to really make the flavors pop. And as you can see, these were so easy, but they really do feel special and kind of festive. Lunch on this day was so easy because I had so many Thanksgiving leftovers, so I had kind of like a mini Thanksgiving dinner for lunch, which was pretty awesome. I heated up some of my favorites. I had mashed potatoes, a little bit of mac and cheese, and also a slice of vegan turkey. We used the Garnish holiday roast this year, and it was a big hit. And the macaroni and cheese recipe is my most recent mac and cheese recipe, so I will link that below for you because that one is really good and really easy to make as well. I didn't have a snack on this day because my lunch was a little bit heartier than usual, and I really do believe in intuitive eating, so eat when you're hungry, don't if you're not. And I know that sounds so simple and it's common sense, but it's something that a lot of us tend to overthink, so I just wanted to explain that to you guys and tell you that dinner, though, was my favorite part of the day. It was so good and so easy. So here I just have a can of chickpeas. I added some tahini, nutritional yeast, paprika, smoked paprika, that's the key, and also some cumin, salt, and pepper. I love this combination of spices. I use it on so many things, including my smoky homemade popcorn. I just love the smoky paprika with the earthy cumin. It's so good. So I mixed that together, and then I took a delicata squash. This is totally inspired by Nicole from Your Health Nut. It's one of my favorite YouTube channels, and she's got a really great cookbook that is not vegan, but very vegan friendly or easy to adapt into vegan recipes. And one of the things I learned from her was how to prepare this particular kind of squash, which I had never had before. And it's definitely my favorite now. I've been making this a lot recently. And all I do is I scoop out the seeds, I slice it into little half moons, and then I add olive oil, maple syrup, salt, pepper, and cayenne. And on this day, I also added some dried thyme, which was delicious. So then I added my chickpeas to the pan, and I also put some shredded Brussels sprouts down with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. And I let this cook for about 20 minutes, and then I took the chickpeas off of the pan and put the veggies back in for another 20 minutes just so that they could get really nice and crispy. And this is a perfect example of those times when eating healthy is actually so enjoyable because it is so flavorful. I think sometimes when we think about eating plants, you think about boring salads and steamed veggies, but when you prepare vegetables like this, and as you can see, it's so simple to do, they become so flavorful and really, really enjoyable. This was hands down my favorite part of the day. Meal-wise, it was so good and hearty and delicious, and the flavors worked so well together. After dinner, I decided to make a cup of tea. It was so cold on this night, so a cup of tea, even just something to hold on to that was warm, just felt like the right move. So I decided to go for the turmeric ginger tea, which was so good. So far, it's my favorite one that I've tried. And if you guys like ginger and you like that little bit of spiciness that ginger can offer, I think you would really like this tea. I'm probably going to end up repurchasing this one in particular just because it was really, really flavorful. So I went ahead and I brewed this, and I wanted to show you too that when you open the box, the first thing you see is this letter, and it kind of explains the deed of kindness that is under each individual canister of tea. So one of them will say, hug someone you love, or cook someone dinner, or volunteer in a soup kitchen. And I don't know, I really liked that little touch because not only are they making a really great high quality product, but they're also trying to inspire, you know, little acts of kindness and creating more good in the world. And I love that. I love any company that is really trying to make a difference in the world. And I just thought that was a nice touch. So I wanted to share that with you guys, but also the tea was really delicious and it was the perfect way to end my day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment below and let me know what the best thing you ate today was. A couple of weeks ago, I asked the same question and I had the best time reading your responses because one, you guys have a lot of really good recipe ideas and I got really excited and kind of motivated to try new things just from, this is me being motivated apparently, but I got really excited to try some new recipes based on the ideas that you guys were throwing my way. And I really do think it's a cool way to share information and help other vegans out just by talking about that kind of stuff online. So thank you to all of you who took the time to leave a comment and to tell me what the best thing you ate today was in that video. I would again love to know what is the best thing you ate today, so comment below and let me know. And if you're not subscribed to my channel already, I would love to have you as a subscriber, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys in a video very soon. Bye.